Good morning, everyone, on the International Transurfing Institute Facebook group and those of you who follow my Instagram feed. I am going to do a video today talking about outer intention versus inner intention as a follow-up to my video yesterday, which was the plate. The plate technique and a lot of the Tufty concepts and outer intention actually are very closely related in my mind, and I associate activating my plate, so to speak, with highlighting material or action in my external reality that will help me to achieve my goal more quickly. Okay, so if you didn't catch that video from yesterday, look back, look at that one, and then watch this one, and maybe everything will flow a little bit easier. I have come up with a very, very simple formula for explaining inner intention, outer intention, and frailing. And this will help you, if you can remember this will help you understand where you are working from during your day. So when I was giving transurfing instruction, and people that came to me for instruction were suffering from working from inner intention a lot, I would tell them to just try to wake up a few times during the day and ask, where am I working from presently? Am I working from outer intention or am I working from inner intention? Okay, so remember, inner intention is you working from your will. It's you putting a lot of effort into what you're doing. It's you fighting with the flow of variations, really, and sort of trying to get reality to conform to your own desires and your own will. Okay, but I'll get right into my explanation, and I will go, a little more into each of them, inner intention, outer intention, and frailing, after I give you the breakdown. So inner intention, again, is working from your own will, okay? It's using your own will to try to create results in your reality, okay? Outer intention is you working with the will of your environment, okay? Using your environment or what you see your environment is in need of or asking for in order for you to achieve your goals, okay? And frailing is an extension of outer intention, which is using the will of another person, okay, to help you achieve what it is that you intend to have, okay? So I will give a little example here. Let's say you're looking for a job, right? Inner intention is you, and this is going to be kind of a silly example because a lot of us don't go walking the streets looking for work anymore, but you'll get the idea, okay? So inner intention would be you sitting at home, sort of like scouring the internet trying to find a position that is for you, and outer intention would be you walking down the street and seeing a help wanted sign, okay? It's the difference between you going out and actively trying to do something and something simply presenting itself to you in your external reality, okay? Frailing, it's the same thing. It's like frailing would be, of someone that has a position available that would be for you. What could you do to appeal to them to give you what it was you are looking for, okay? So Vadim uses this in the book as an example. Inner intention is you going into a job interview and rattling off all your skills and all the things that you can do and trying to use your will to get the interviewer to give you the job, okay? Outer intention would be you asking, or frailing rather, would be you asking the interviewer what he needs, right? Trying to tap into what exactly he is looking for, and you surveying really, are you available to give that? And if you are, then you're hired, right? Again, it's taking the focal point off of you, okay, and looking at your reality through a filter of your own will and trying to see more so what your reality is asking you for or what another person is asking you for. That will help you achieve ultimately what it is you are looking for, okay? Outer intention is the key to positive relationships and success professionally. I mean, without outer intention, I really would not have what I have today. I have used outer intention a lot in developing myself professionally and staying tuned into markets, staying tuned into what people want, what people need. And I have used that to achieve, you know, some of the things that I intended to have, which I have now. So I came up with a few words that'll help kind of categorize, and maybe if you're still challenged by this concept, inner and outer intention, maybe a few of these words will connect with you a little bit better, help you connect with it a little bit better. So inner intention is taking, okay? Outer intention is having. Inner intention is doing. Outer intention is being. Okay, inner intention is rowing, like you're rowing a boat, and outer intention is letting the current take you down the stream. Okay, inner intention is grabbing, and outer intention is accepting. Inner intention is searching. Outer intention is allowing, okay? Inner intention, allowing something to appear, okay? So you could be, just like my job interview example, you can be searching for something, that's inner intention. Outer intention is allowing that thing to appear and then acting from there, okay? Inner intention is talking, outer intention is listening. Inner intention is striving, outer intention is gliding. Inner intention is hustling, outer intention is flowing. Inner intention is achieving, and outer intention is choosing, okay? So for me, I used to hustle, right? I was a hardcore hustler. I would wake up in the morning and I would work 100% from inner intention. Now, I got a lot of stuff done and I got a lot of stuff accomplished, but ultimately what happened to me is I depleted myself. I depleted myself emotionally, I depleted myself physically, I depleted myself spiritually, and I relied solely on my own will to carry me to the things that I needed in order to survive. Okay, talking mainly like relationships and money and a lifestyle and all that stuff. And, you know, like I said, I did achieve a lot with inner intention, but it's from the point that I realized what I was doing, where I was acting from, and I stepped back and I allowed myself to embrace this concept of outer intention and try it another way. It's when I allowed myself to do this, I realized that the world still did turn, right? Opportunities would come. They would come even more frequently, because when I was working with inner intention, my focal point was so precise, right? I was always trying to keep my eye on that ball, right? I was trying to keep my intention focused, and I would miss a pretty big portion of my reality presenting other opportunities that were available to me. And I'm not just talking about professional opportunities. I'm talking about opportunities to repair relationships with my family, make friends, find a suitable partner, right? Inner intention kept me locked in to the things that I thought that I needed, right? And I was the one responsible for going out and getting those things, and there was no other possible way that I was ever going going to get anything unless I hustled, right? What outer intention taught me is that I can actually sit back and I can let the things flow right up to me, right? People call me and they're like, hey, Renee, I got this business idea. What do you think? And I don't have to go looking for anything, right? Now, when somebody calls me and says, hey, Renee, I got this business idea. What do you think? Old Renee would have been like, I don't got time for that. I gotta focus on this thing that I'm doing, right? I don't have time for any new businesses. But really, my world was trying to show me something by that person calling, right? By that opportunity presenting itself. But it was my own inner intention that was keeping me sort of stuck on a track and really just trying too hard to do something in a specific way, in a specific time frame to get a specific result. As soon as I let go, I really understood exactly what Vadim was talking about, that my world does take care of me, right? Stuff does come in my direction. I don't have to really try so hard. And now my life is completely different. I mean, I have a lot more free time. Things come to me in a much, much easier manner when I am dealing with people in my life, my boyfriend, my family. I use a lot of outer intention in Frailing, and things have never been better. I have extremely positive relationships with the people in my life because I'm not just trying to work from my will all the time. I mean, I used to do this one thing with my family, and it wasn't until I discovered transurfing and I realized that it was really just an example of something that I was doing on a much bigger scale. But I used to do this thing where I would come home, to visit my family, and everybody'd say, hey, let's go out to eat. And I would like try to control the situation of what restaurant we were gonna go to, because I didn't want to go eat at a specific type of place or whatever. And I would try to control it. And if I won, we'd finally get to the restaurant and I would be like tired because I had to convince everybody to do something that they didn't want to do. Or I would end up giving in and go to the restaurant they wanted to go to, and I would be resentful once I got there. And then finally, when I read this book and I would come home and everybody'd be like, hey, let's go to Sizzler. I know it sounds crazy, but like, I used to absolutely despise places like Sizzler, and now I'm just like, when they say Sizzler, I light up, and I actually really, really love going there because it's a representation of me letting go and just like going with them, right? And letting it flow and like not trying to control the script, right? Letting my family decide where they want to go. And I get there and I'm not angry, I'm not depleted, I'm not resentful. I just show up and I have a good time with my family, and that's what it should be about, right? So I used to do a lot of stuff like that with my family, with my romantic relationships, with my professional life, and focusing on outer intention and Frailing has just made things so much easier for me. I mean, really, outer intention is like, it's gasoline for my heart now. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's like what fuels me, and I've really gotten to a point where I have trained myself to see where I can plug into my reality via outer intention and get much more of what I intend to have a lot more simply. And people that that are like spinning their wheels and grinding and hustling and all that stuff, or if you're doing that yourself, you gotta figure out a way to switch that perspective over, right? Working from your will is not maintainable, it's not sustainable, and there's just a much easier way to do things. So I hope that I clarified it a little bit. For those of you watching on Instagram, please come over and join us at the International Transurfing Institute Facebook group. We have lots of active conversations going on there. And for everybody on the ITI Facebook group, thank you so much again for watching my videos. And yeah, let's have a conversation about this one, guys. This is one of my favorites and I know it well, so any questions, I am 100% available to ask. Bye.